First, the power went out in parts of Phoenix Sky Harbor today. Take a look at this, leaving travelers stranded in the dark during what was a frustrating morning of travel. Now, the power at the airport is back on, but the impact of that partial outage still being felt really across the country.
It took about 6 hours to get everything back up and running again. Hundreds of flights were canceled or delayed here locally. Spencer Blake's live at Sky Harbor. So how are things looking now, Spencer?
You know, believe it or not, if you hadn't heard about the big mess this morning and you just walked in the door, I mean, things look pretty normal. You almost wouldn't know that there had been chaos here. The Southwest check-in counter looks like they have very normal lines here in Terminal 4. But of course, this is something that already caused a domino effect around the country.
Attention passengers, Sky Harbor is experiencing a partial power outage. Flight delays are likely. We are working to restore full power.
That message played every couple of minutes at Terminal 4 all morning long and into the afternoon.
I've had delays, but nothing like this, no.
APS says it was doing maintenance to get ready for the holiday travel season when it had equipment failure at a switching cabinet. The failure sent an APS worker to the hospital and caused partial outages in Terminals 3 and 4. People were stuck in lines for hours.
You know, we got here an hour and a half before our flight, thought we were all right. Saw the line and started hearing from different people about this.
More than 160 flights were delayed and more than 130 were canceled altogether. Some passengers were lucky enough to board their plane after a manual check-in, but
then the captain came on and said, unfortunately, this flight's canceled because we have to rely on the internet to get out.
Going up.
Elevators worked, but escalators didn't. Some lights were on, but passengers in other places had to check in by the light of their phones. Others had to get rebooked.
I don't even know what we're doing at this point. They just moved us to 2 different lines now.
Airport workers handed out water to stranded passengers who didn't even know if they would get out of town.
First flight ever, and they said this is the worst that could ever happen. I am just not sure about flying ever again.
It's a huge mess. When I try to go to bags, trying to get my bags, it's blocked off.
Now that APS worker, we got an update on that person. They had non-life-threatening injuries, and that worker is recovering back at home now this evening. A little bit of good news right there for you. And of course, the airport is reminding everyone, before you come here, no matter what airline you're using, check your flight status before you even come out here, long before your flight, just because who knows how long these delays might be carrying over into the night. Reporting live at Sky Harbor, I'm Spencer Blake for Arizona's Family.